Ah! Ah! KBLPLOC, thank you all for rocking with me in the road of Mad VladBrad. We got a good one for you guys today. Thank you guys for rocking with me. King Cannabis, y'all go scope them out. Brought to you by King Cannabis.
It's gonna feel real good, alright?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody please put a thumb in
Let's
the
get
air.
it. Let's get it. Okay. I'm glad you guys listen to me. I greatly appreciate you guys. This is Real Talk with VladBrad. You know what? I think this is number 4. Yeah. This is definitely number 4. Let me see. I did 1, I did 2, I did 3. This is number 4. You know what I mean? Like, geez, I suck at math. I hate doing math, but I think I got this equation figured out pretty efficiently. This is definitely number 4. So yeah, a good one, another good one. So yeah, few subject matters to talk about, actually quite a few to talk about. I'm going to do, you know what? I'm going to do one trending topic. I'm going to do one trending topic because I got to discuss a trending topic because in my first introduction video, I talked about this. I said I was going to discuss one of these matters. So I'm definitely going to discuss it. Definitely going to discuss. So yeah. But before I discuss the trending topics, I'm going to discuss the actual subject matter that I feel the need to be discussed. Because the thing is, sometimes people wonder what other people think, right? Like, you know, if you have a situation in a relationship or any situation for that, man, it don't have to just be a relationship. It could be like, let's say, you could be at work. You could be like getting food, anything. I wonder what someone else will think. Like if you're trying to like troubleshoot something, a situation, you're like, oh, geez, I wonder what, another guy would think. Maybe I should talk to someone else about this. Like, you know, that's what you think, right? I mean, we all think it. We all go through it. We all wonder when we talk about situations. So I got to bring this situation up. I have to talk about it. And here it goes. Say if you're in a relationship, right? Guys, you're in a relationship. And, you know, different people are going to have different answers to specific subject matter. People going to, you know, some are going to agree with me. Some not going to agree with me. I think the majority of dudes are going to agree with me. Most chicks probably not going to agree with me. But I think some chicks are going to agree because I feel as though this particular subject matter, it's about respecting the person that you're with. And here it goes. Guys, question for you, right? How do you feel if you're in a relationship and your girlfriend, she's taking half naked pics on social media? Like, and to be let's say Facebook to be specific, like say, okay, you know, I discussed another subject matter about, I mean, you know, kind of similar to this subject matter about, you know, how when, you know, females, they go like fishing and they're social media whoring for likes. I've talked about that already. And this has something to kind of do with that. I'm talking about the females that have boyfriends now that's doing that. Like they have boyfriends in relationships and they're still posting half naked pictures inside of, like, you know, inside of Facebook groups, or let's say they just post random pictures for their friends to see, hoping to get likes. And, you know, again, I've talked about it in a situation where, you know, when females do that, you know, they get guys in their comment section saying all kind of, berserko insane stuff, or like, you know, they get, how do you say, like they get, they go like, they start saying like, I don't know, perverted comments in the comment sections to these females to take any pictures. But what if this female, what if she has a boyfriend? You see what I mean? But she's not telling the guys in the comments she has a boyfriend. But the thing about it is this, how do you guys feel about that? Like, how do you guys feel about your chick taking half naked pics on Facebook, on Instagram, or whatever? And how do you feel if the guys are complimenting her, sending her all kind of emojis, if you will, and everything else? How do you guys feel about that? That's my question. How do you feel? Usually I try not to go too in depth about, subject matter when it comes to something like that that's kind of touchy. However, I'm going to give you my honest opinion on how I feel about it. I'm going to tell you guys exactly how I feel. Agree with me? Cool. If you agree with me, cool. If you disagree with me, that's fine too. Whatever. This is how I feel about it. I feel as though it's disrespectful and rude. I feel as though if you're in a relationship and if you're in a, how can I say, if you're in a happy relationship where you're satisfied with your partner, and I feel like is your boyfriend or husband or fiance, is his compliments aren't good enough? Like, so you got to go send half naked pictures on Facebook and Instagrams and all these other, like his compliments. Are you still that insecure? Like, you're so insecure that you still have to go, even though you have a boyfriend, you're in a good relationship, you got to post half naked pictures on social media. Like, why? Here's what some of you guys are going to say. Some females going, my boyfriend, he's okay with it. He doesn't mind because we have a good relationship, and he knows that I'm only with him and I only care about him and him alone. Yeah, of course you do. I'm going to tell you what you call those kind of guys. The kind of guy, yeah, I don't care. I don't care if my chick takes, pictures, half naked pictures on social media, and guys are sitting there all kind of compliments, lusting after her and everything else. I don't care at all. I'm a cool kind of chill, go with the flow kind of guy. I don't care about that. Yeah. And, what I forgot to mention too is that I'm a sucker. I'm a lame. And, she runs the relationship. Not only that, she does crap behind my back. I don't question her. And, what she's going to do, she's going to meet one of these guys, end up hooking up with him, contact some STD and give it to me. So what? Like, that's how you guys sound when you say you don't care. You said, that's exactly how you sound. Because the thing about it is this, you have to respect the person you're with. And it goes both ways. If you're a guy in a relationship, you shouldn't be taking half naked pictures of yourself, putting them on social media for trying to get, again, like I covered in my other subject matter. I think females that do that, they're addicted to it. I've said that before, like they're addicted to the hearts and they're addicted to the likes. So it's like like I said, it releases endorphins in the brain. So it comes down to a matter, what do you value more? Do you value relationship more? Or do you value your social media more? See, that's what it comes down to. So I just think it's not right. I think it's rude. I think it's disrespectful to your mate, your significant other, if you will. And any guy that's in a relationship with a female like that, it's only heading on the road to disaster, that kind of relationship. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you what happened eventually. What's going to happen is they're going to run into some pervert. They're going to run into some stalker, and the stalker's going to hit them up on their they're going to go on their DMs, constantly DMing them. And what's going to happen is, in most cases, these females, they enjoy the compliments. They like being gassed up. They like being, they like being told, oh, wow, you're so hot. Oh, you're so pretty. Oh, you're so gorgeous. You're so this, you're so that. Like they like it so much. So the fact of the matter is, the guy's going to compliment them so much, and they're going to eventually leave the person that they're with. You see what I mean? See, and here's the thing. Again, if you're in a relationship and you got to still post half naked pictures on social media, there's no reason. See, you're not mentally ready and prepared for a relationship, because the fact that you're doing that, it shows that you have no respect for yourself. And God, here's the thing. It's nothing wrong. If you're going to post half naked pictures, and if you're single, that's different, because, it depends on where you're at in life. It depends on where you're at. It depends on what you're trying to look for in life. Like, say if you said, okay, I want a family, I want to have a husband and children, then, you don't, and if you say, okay, I want to have a boy, I'm going to start having a boyfriend, getting to know somebody. I want to get to know a man. I want to build with this man. And if you want to build and if you want to grow with someone, that's not what you do. You don't post half naked pictures. I feel as though that if you do that, again, it's on a road to disaster. And what you're saying is you don't have your priorities on correctly. Like you're not prioritizing because you don't care. And the thing about it is, just know you're at in life. Again, I find nothing. Reason why I say it's disrespectful, you're disrespecting yourself and the person you're with is because you're in a relationship. However, if you're not in a relationship, and if you like trying to build a social media following somehow, because see now we're in an age of everybody can be a celebrity now. Like if you have at least 10,000 followers somewhere, I mean, in your own heart, like maybe whether it's be on Facebook or whether it be on YouTube or Instagram, whatever the case, you have 10,000 followers or subscribers, whatever the case may be, you're in your own mind, you're a celebrity in your own mind. You know what I mean? Even though technically you're not a celebrity in the real world, you're not a celebrity. Even if you have like 50,000 followers, subscribe, whatever, you're still not a celebrity. But in your own mind, you're a celebrity. You see what I mean? So if that's what you're trying to do with your life, you're trying to be a celebrity and you're not in a relationship. Let's say if you're single and you're ready to mingle, you're single, you're ready to mingle. Let's say if you're single, you're not trying to mingle. You're just single. And let's say you post half naked pictures of yourself. That's different. Okay, that's fine. You're trying to build a social media following. Respect it. I respect it. Whatever. You see what I mean? Because you don't have any, you're not obligated to answer to anybody. And you know, you're not putting yourself in a position where you're in a relationship. So that's different. You know, so I have to clarify that. I have to clarify it. It's different if you're not in a relationship. However, if you are in a relationship and, you know, you claim you're exclusive with one person, with one guy, and you're taking half naked pictures on social media, then you're disrespecting yourself and you're disrespecting the person that you're with. Bottom line. You see what I mean? So, yeah, guys, if you're in a relationship with a female that's doing that, she's probably not the one for you. Look for somebody who's mature. Look for somebody who knows she wants out of life. Look for someone that has goals, someone who's ambitious, you know, towards you. And you guys have to be on the same wavelength. You have to have similar kind of goals, similar ambitions, kind of. You know, both you guys obviously want a family. You want a relationship. So, yeah, definitely understand that. You know how the old saying goes, you can't turn a whore into a housewife. That's so very true. So very true. You can't do it. But it goes both ways, too, though. Same goes for guys. You know, if you were a guy and he's a so quote unquote player, you can't turn a player into a house dude. I mean, it goes both ways. You know, so but the reason why I'm speaking on females more so is because females are the ones who does that predominantly. You know, they be on social media with boyfriends and husbands and children. Like the thing is, also remember this, what you do, it'll catch up to you, and you have children, your children eventually see that. You know, they're going to see them. Hey, Mom, who's this? Mom, what's going on? Like, you know, it's going to affect them in the future. So think about what you do. If you have children, you know, think about how they're going to be affected by it. You see what I mean? Later on down the line, you know, think about them. Yeah. So with that being said, I guess I'm done with that subject matter. Pretty much done with that subject matter. Here, you know what? Here's something else I want to talk about now that we're on the subject, talking about subject matter. Lottery winners. You know, everybody had lottery fever. And I gotta say myself, I'm included. You know, every so often I played a lot. I haven't played in a long time, but I think I have to talk about this because, you know, whatever state you're in, wherever you're at. I mean, everybody has some kind of Powerball, some Super Lotto, whatever. And as of late, you know, you have the, you know, I've been noticing the lottery. It gets bigger. It's getting more massive as time go by. It gets massive. It gets more bigger. It gets massive. So you're thinking, I always thought, have you ever thought to yourself, what would you do if you won the lottery? Like, what would you do? Like, okay, example, let's say I'm gonna throw out an insane berserko number. I'm gonna get irrational right now. I'm gonna get irrational. I'm gonna say, let's say, you won $1 billion, right? Let's say 1 billion. The lottery, the lottery jackpot went, and say, let's say, hey, Susan, you just won $1 billion. What are you going to do? Oh my gosh, $1 billion. Ah, like, here's what I do. Okay. I'm going to tell you what, with me, VladBrad, here's what I do if I won $1 billion. First of all, okay, I have so many ideas. I don't even know where to start. Like, first I buy a mansion and a yacht. Like I buy, if I had 1 billion, Okay, first off, let me tell you how much $1 billion is. So for those of you who may not like, I'm not Albert Einstein. I'm not, I'm not like pretty much I'm not what you call an accountant. But but here's what I do know about $1 billion with the B, a billion with the B. Here's what I do know about $1 billion. That's 1,000 million. So if you had $1 million 1,000 times, that's $1 billion. That's crazy. That's crazy. So here's what I do. I'll tell you exactly what I do. I'll get me I'll buy a mansion somewhere. Like I'll get me like a 15-bedroom mansion, right? I have a 15-bedroom mansion. What else I do? I have a pool inside. I go swimming every day. Probably every year. I have maids. Let me see. Every food in the world, like for breakfast, I probably eat pizza for breakfast. Let me see. I don't know. Better yet, not even that. I wouldn't even do that. I'll have my own. Next door to where I live at, I have my own. Let's say, Applebee's, or not even that. Like, let's say I have my own Jack in the Box or some type of fast food joint, like right next door. You know what I mean? And I have people that work there regularly, and customers. I have customers. Customers be able to go inside of it. But not only I'll have that, I'll have like a chain. I have 5 McDonald's. I have 5 Jack in the Boxes. I have a bunch of Applebee's. I have a bunch of these restaurants, whatever. And you know what I'll do? I'll go in every so often. I'll just walk in with flip flops. And I'll walk in there half naked. I'll walk in there half naked, jump over the counter, start making my own food, and I'll just go berserks. You see what I mean? I'll have my own theme park. I will have my own theme park. I will have that. You know what I mean? Like I would just, I'm just, possibilities. Again, I have a yacht. Let me see. I have a yacht, right? And in my yacht, I have all kinds of, I have a party on the yacht with all kind of chicks all over the place, and all my friends that be on the yacht with me, people I'm cool with. I have the people from KBL PLC. I'll have them, like I'll be on a yacht somewhere. I'll just be going crazy, right? Like I don't know, like I'll just, you know what else I've been? Here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do, right? I'll become a rapper. Like I'll be a rapper, right? I honestly know I would for sure. I'll have my own record label. I'll have a record on top of everything else I just had. Everything else that'll all still be there. Then I'll have my own record label, and I'll be like the most trashiest, most lamest rapper you can think of. Like I wouldn't even and I'll go platinum. You know why? Because I'll buy my own crap. And I'll just you know how these garbage rappers out there today, how rap music is so trash and garbage. I'll be the most. In fact, I wouldn't even speak. I'll pay for the most coolest rap producers, and I wouldn't even you know what I'll do? I wouldn't even do any. I'll just probably make some brr, 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 like I'll make some stupid lame noise with my mouth the whole time on the track. You know what I mean? And I'll put it out there for the masses to listen to. You see what I mean? And my rap name probably will be I don't know. I'll say I'll say little Spaz. My rap name, because there's a bunch of littles out there. You got the Lil Waynes, Lil Durks. Who else? Lil Zanes. You have Lil Yachty's. There's a bunch of littles out there. You know what I mean? All these little and everyone I just named, they're all trash. All of them is trash. Every last one of them I just named, they're trash. So here's what I'll do. My name would be a little Zan, or little Spaz. Yeah, I'll be Lil Spaz, right? And I'll be on the radio. We have a new hot single from Lil Spaz called Brr, 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 Brr. Like I'll just be doing something just ridiculous if I won the lottery. They're like, man, this dude is absolute trash. He's garbage. Okay, what about the rest of the trash rap out there nowadays? What about them? You see what I mean? So yeah, that's what I'd do if I was if I was a multi-millionaire and I won $1 billion, and I'll again, I'd go platinum. I'll go on tour too. I'll go on tour. You know what I mean? Because you have all these trash rappers anyway going on tour. So why can't I? You see what I mean? So yeah, I'll do that. I'll be all on tour. and I'll have adoring screaming fans, and they'll know the words, they'll sing along, they'll know the words to my song, they'll know the word to it, brr, 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 brr. Like I'll be just the whole time, and the whole audience, everybody in the stadium be doing it. It'll be crazy. And I'll perform with Cardi B. Like, I'll be up there with Cardi B performing. Because Cardi B, she's trash. Cardi B is trash. Who else is trash? Her husband, the dude that looked like a grill in the face, the Migo guy, whatever his name is, Offset, whatever his name, he's trash too. You know what I mean? I'll be just like them. So yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll definitely have my own record label, and I'll be a rapper. I'll be the most garbage and trash rapper. All the rappers I just named, I'll be more garbage and more trash than they are. Wow. Can you imagine that? Well, let me see what else I'll do. What else I'll do if I won $1 billion? What else I'll do with my life? What else I'll do? I'll have like yes men all over me, right? I'll just throw money at stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like you think, dude, wait a minute. All this whole time you didn't say nothing about giving to the poor. You didn't say nothing about charity, dude. Like, are you kidding me right now? You just say nothing about charities? Dude, you're so selfish. Here's the thing, right? First of all, I wouldn't donate to any charities. You see what I mean? I wouldn't donate to any charities, period. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because what I'll do, I will go personally and feed poor people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll make sure they eat. Like, I'll try to help them out personally. I mean, with money, I have the money to do it. The reason why I wouldn't get to charities, because, you have so many cricket charities out there nowadays. You think your money going to a good place and actually is not. You see what I mean? So I don't trust it. I don't trust it. See, even though, okay, here's the thing. Even if I have all that money, I'm still going to have that poor man's mindset in terms of, like a lot of times when you don't have a lot of money, like when you're not rich, you think bargaining, I'm still going to have a bargain kind of mindset a little bit, but not much. Just when it comes to, giving my money to people who I know that don't deserve it. Like I'm still going to be kind of on top of that. I'm still going to be kind of like, how can I say? I'm still going to be, aware, if you will, woke, if you will. I'm still going to be perceptive, if you will. You said, I mean, definitely going to be that. But, yeah, so I'll go to the skid rows and all the places people beg for money. I'll try to help them out. I'll definitely, the missions, I'll build the missions up. Like, that's what I'll do. Like, the homeless shelters, I will personally build the homeless shelters up. Like, I'll put money into them to make massively more rooms, more food. I'll invest in stuff like that. You said, I mean, that's what I'll do. And, I will build more like, low income housing, massive, huge income housings, and I will be the owners of it. I'll definitely do that to help the people so they wouldn't have to pay as much rent. You said, I mean, I'll definitely do that. Okay. Back to my insane stuff that I was saying. Yeah. If I had, I own a bunch of ice cream trucks. I don't know. I'm saying just random stuff now. I'll be like Scrooge McDuck. I'll swim in it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be like, I'll have a bunch of coins, like, and I'll jump and I'll swim through it like I don't know if you guys, those of you who are kind of older a little bit, you remember the DuckTales with Scrooge McDuck. He'll swim through his money. You know what I mean? I would be like Scrooge McDuck. I would swim through the money. You see what I mean? Like, I would just have and like, better yet, I have a tub, like I have a massive tub filled with like, I don't know, like soda or something. I don't know, like something I like to drink. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It would be crazy. I would have my own, like, actually I have a theme park inside my house. Like I would just, I don't know, and I would be like, I would eat steak every single day. Like I would eat, like, I don't like, I would have, that would be crazy. Like I'm still just kind of just going on a rant here, you guys. I mean, whatever. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I would like, I have my own helicopter, I have my own private jets. I would be in Hawaii. There it is. I'll be in Hawaii, right? I'll be in Hawaii. I would private jet to Hawaii. I would like, I would own my own island. I would buy like a little island somewhere. Screw Hawaii. I have my own island. You said, I mean, I'll be the king of the island. You said that's what I'd do if I had $1 billion. I would be like the king, and I'll have people complimenting me all over the place, just gassing my head up with compliments, just feeding me compliments. Like I would do that. I would be a real one. You know how reverting back to the social media whores and the females with the chicks with the boyfriends, I'll be like them, but in real life. Like I would actually, like I wouldn't, you know how like, cause most of them are poor. Most of them are like, they're poor and they're poor in their mind as well. But me, I would have, the possibility of limitless, man. It's crazy. So that's what I would do if I had $1 billion. I'm curious what you guys would do. You know, if you had $1 billion, I'm very curious about it. So yeah, it hit me up, in a, comment or whatever, what you would do, whatever. So yeah, if you had $1 billion, but that's what I would do. So yeah, with that being said, we're going to I'm going to take a quick break here and you guys going to have to hear a message from the sponsor. I said a message from the sponsors. I said a message from the sponsors. Message from the sponsors. Oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? Have you ever derped a derp? Have you ever derped a derp? Well, guess what? You can derp your derp for just a derp, a derp, a derp, a derp. Do you want to lose weight, run faster, jump higher, grow hair, and it'll clean your drains, unclog your toilets? Do you want to lose weight? You want to lose 60 pounds in just 1 hour? Well, guess what? You can derp a derp. If you derp your derp, derp, derp a derp, derp, derp a derp. And you'll do all that in under an hour. And it's free shipping and handling. Do you ever want to pay all your bills? Do you want to be the greatest athlete in the world? Do you want to make more money? Well, if you derp a derp, if you call and act now, you call this number, you can derp your derp and derp, derp, derp a derp. And it's free shipping and handling. And it's only real simple. 3 simple, small, tiny, insanely small payments of only $50,000. You send it to $50,000 to this address, and you can derp your derp, 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 just that fast and in a hurry. Yeah, that solve all your life problems. Look 20 years younger, derp a derp. Yeah, just talk to one of our professional operators from way out in Bangladesh with a thick accent that you can't understand. They'll be more than willing to help you with their professional customer service. With that being said, derp your derp now. Derp now. Get on it right now before it's too late. Okay, I'm back. The message from the sponsor. Yeah, totally. Now back to the subject matter. Other subject matter at hand. What I was going to talk about. And here's the thing, right? I think that everybody goes through this again. I'm talking about subject matter stuff that everybody go through. We kind of relate to a little bit. And I definitely got to talk about this because it's something that I'm guilty of ever so often. And we're all guilty of it some way. Not all of us, but most of us. I would say most of us. And that is road raging. Road raging, right? And here's the thing. Right? I've been in situations where and I'm being so just real with you guys, just letting you guys know, because again, this is something that we go through because we all have to drive. I mean, we all don't have to drive. However, we're either on the road, if not every day, almost every day, if you're in public transportation, whether you have your own vehicle or whether you're in a vehicle with someone else. Like we all deal with situations where we have to deal with people on the road. We have to share the road with others, regardless of what the city you live in. We all go through it, right? And okay, and here I'm gonna give you some, situations with me that I'm working on. But I'm gonna tell you, and you have different kind of road ragers, right? You have the aggressive road ragers, then you have the passive aggressive road ragers. Me, I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm not like a massively aggressive road rager. Are you idiot? Are you serious? You just cut me off. I can't believe you just did that. You dummy, go around. Like this, that, blah, blah, blah. Like you got them kind of road ragers, right? That's not me. I don't yell at people. I don't do any of that. Like I'm the type of road rager to where Like, I'm curious who's in the car. Like I'll look and see who's in the car so I can make my assessment of the specific kind of people who drive the specific way. But here's, I'm gonna give you a few examples of what people do to you, right? That'll warrant a road rage. And here it goes, right? Let's say you're driving, right? You're driving and somebody driving extremely slow in front of you. They're in a fast lane driving extremely slow. And you're like, are you kidding me? Like, why are you driving so slow? Like they're in a fast lane driving slow. And you're yelling at them. You're yelling at them. Are you idiot? Are you kidding me? Like, why are you driving slow in the fast lane? Are you kidding? You're in America. Go back to your country. Like, why are you driving like that? You dummy. Like people, they go berserks about it. But here's another word of advice to people who road rage and everything. I got to tell you guys this. You got to understand that, people are in different stages in our life and they go through different situations and everything else. So definitely keep that in mind. But most of the time, we're only thinking about our own situations. We keep our own situations in mind. So when we road rage, it's like, that's all we think about. You know what I mean? But, consider others as well. But I'm just going to talk about situations. Like I said that. Here's the thing, right? Also, here's another. Yeah, like they get in front of you, they drive slow, they're real slow. And then when you go around, they don't look at you because they know they were driving slow. So when you look in the car at them, they make sure not to look at you. But even if you honk on, you honking the horn at them, go get out the way. But when you go around them, you try to see who's in the car. They may either their window is tinted or they know they were driving slow to begin with. So they're not going to look over at you because they know they were wrong to begin with. They know that and they know what they were doing. Believe me, they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? But again, like I was saying, maybe ain't no telling what situation they're going through in their life and they don't, whatever. That's one situation, right? Another one is like, say you're driving, you're going let's say you're driving down a street. You're driving down a main street or something. And let's say the speed limit is, let's say 40 miles an hour and you're driving. And let's just be honest here. Most of us don't do the speed limit anyway. But let's say you're driving and somebody they'll come out of like from another street and they'll get directly in front of your car and almost, and they know they know you're already speeding. Instead of waiting for you to go by them, they get in front of you and you almost rear end them and they continue to drive slow right and you almost rear end them. You see what I mean? That's another situation that warrants road raging and everything else. And that definitely, that's something that gets me angry. I admit it gets me angry. And I'm going to name another situation. But I'm going to go back to the situation and tell you how I handle them situations. Another situation, let's say, you're driving at night, right? Let's say you're driving, let's say it's 10 o'clock at night. Just using that example, it's 10 o'clock at night. You're driving and somebody pull up behind you and they have their high beams on. Wow. Like they have their high beams on. They pull up behind you with their high beams. You see what I mean? And they'd be like directly on your bumper. And their beam is just beaming all in the back of your car and like all in your rear view mirror, you're like, oh no. You see what I mean? So that's another thing that warrants people's road rage. And then you have people that'll cut you off. Like, they're driving it. They'll almost cause you to accident, cut you off really fast because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to drive. And then you look, they're probably texting, don't know, like so many situations, right? Now, out of those situations that I just named, I'm going to tell you how I handle them. I'm going to tell you how I do. And I'm going to tell you my passive aggressive road raginess. And again, not telling you guys to do this, but this is what I do. I mean, I've done it numerous times, stuff that I'm about to name. And here's what I do. Let's say somebody is behind me and they got their high beams on, right? The high beams is blasting on me like, oh no, here's what I'll do. I said, okay, cool. What I'll do, I'll make sure I get behind them. Like I'll let them go by me. I'll let them go and I'll get right behind them and I'll blast my high beams on them for at least 5 minutes. I'll make sure I'm behind them the whole time with the high beams on. You see what I mean? So they know how, if you see, saw how that feel, huh? You saw how I feel? Huh? High beams, you see how that feel? Oh! You see what I mean? Like that's what it makes me feel like. It just, Relax. See how I feel now, huh? You see how it feels? High beams all in my face. You said, now you see how I feel. You don't like that, do you? You don't like that, do you? Huh? High beams all in your face. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that. And I'm thinking with that kind of aggression, I'm thinking it, I don't say it to the people, but I'm thinking it with that kind of aggression when I'm behind them with my high beams on. You see what I mean? So they understand how it feels. Because I think what I honestly believe, I believe sometimes people don't know how it feels to have high beams blasted on them. When they blast their high beams on you from behind, I think that maybe they have never had it done to them before. So let them experience how it feels. So I think in a way I'm teaching them a lesson. And they'll think, wait a minute, this must be how they feel when I have my high beams on them. So maybe I won't do this anymore. You see what I mean? So maybe I'll taught them a lesson. A helpful hint, right? So that's how I handle that situation. I mean, I'm working on not doing that anymore, but I have been doing that. So, it gives me a sense of solitude or tranquility when I do that, knowing that they got the high beams blasted on them like I had it blasted on me. That's what I do in that situation. Now, let me tell you what I usually do when somebody's in front of me driving slow. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Let's say somebody's in front of me driving slow, right? They're driving really slow. I said, okay, cool. And like what they'll do, they'll get in front of me somehow and drive. So like say I could be on the freeway or in the street and they get in front of me and they're driving really slow, right? This is what I'll do. I'll get in front of them and I drive even slower. Like I get in front of them, drive even slower. See what I mean? So, and then when they try to get around me, I make sure I get in front of them again. You see what I mean? Like, because you're driving slow. But the thing is, again, you don't know where everybody's at in their life. You don't know what situation they're going through. But I just some ways that I've coped with my road raging and everything. Like I feel as though, again, not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that's the correct solution. I'm not saying that's what you're supposed to do. But I'm just saying that's how I handle it. And that's how I've been handling it. And it's been working for me in terms of giving me a peace of mind. Not saying go out and do that, but I just have been working for me. And I'm calming down on that. Like I'm really trying to calm down on it because, I think it takes it takes, I believe, years of experience to try to master one's emotions when you're out there driving a road with the road rage situations. It takes years of experience and trying, you got to learn how to master that emotion. And the thing is, especially if you're trying to get somewhere, if you're late to work, you're late to some type of meeting or a party, whatever it may be, and somebody, driving slow or doing something that you may not agree with on the road, that's inconvenient to you somehow, it really gets you angry. It really gets under your skin, especially when they're doing, when you're affected by it somehow, especially if you're in a rush or you got to be somewhere. So, but that's how I've been handling. I'll get in front of them and drive slower. Not saying that's the right thing to do, but that's just what I've been doing. And I'm working on that. Again, I'm not perfect. So yeah, definitely working on that. Now somebody cut you off, right? Let's say the person who cut you off. Let's say you're driving and they almost had you in because they cut you off, right? See, the thing is, I would say I'm a pretty good driver. Like I'm a pretty expert driver. I'm handy behind that wheel. So what I'll do, I said, okay, cool. I'll go cut them off. I said, I'll make sure that I speed up somehow and cut them back off. So they know how I feel. Basically, I do eye for an eye. That's how I handle my road rage. I do eye for an eye. You know what I mean? So they know, because again, like I said, for some brain warped reason, I think that they don't, know how it feels. They don't know how it feels, and I feel as they don't. But maybe they do. But I just make that assumption based on the fact that that they just did whatever they did on the road to me. But yeah, but here's more of the story is this. Here's the moral of the story. Work on being better behind the wheel in terms of with your emotions. Work on not being a road rager to the best of your ability. Because at the end of the day, you get some self-worth out of yourself. You get the satisfaction of knowing you didn't let that person get under your skin, and it just overall makes you a better person. At the end of the day, it makes you a better person. You see what I mean? So yeah, I definitely have to talk about that, and if definitely have to share. And again, Real talk with VladBrad. Real talk with VladBrad. Real 100% USDA certified talk. Also, here's the last thing I'm gonna talk about. And I said trending topic, and again I spoke about this in my introduction. I was gonna talk about it, and it's so cliche, right? But the R. Kelly situation. Let me give you guys my opinion on that. Let me give you how I feel about it. He's being charged for he's being charged with with dealing with the minors or the situations with the minors or whatever. And I guess hold women captive and everything else. I'm curious how they're going to do it in terms of charging him, because they already acquitted him on it some years ago, so that's like really a double jeopardy. I mean, so that in order for them to try to charge him, they have to think of a whole different crime or a whole different scenario of something to charge him with. They can't charge him with the same thing twice. It's against the law and everything else. So I'm curious how they're gonna work that out. But here's another thing, right? Oh, and also he went to jail. He didn't have a bail. Now from what I understand, his bail is $1 million. So he'd probably be out. If he'd have the $1 million bail, he'll be out in no time. But I'm gonna tell you how I honestly feel about that situation. First off, I got one question. Where are the parents at? Where are the parents? Where are the guardians? Where was the guardians? Where were the parents in these situations with these minors, right? Like that go to show you how powerful money is. You see what I mean? Like people wanting to sell their own kids for money. Are you kidding me? Like here's what I like. First off, with me, especially if I have a daughter and she's a minor, my daughter not even going with you nowhere near. I don't care how much money you throw at me. This is my child. You see what I mean? Like again, I have my self-worth and I care for the well-being of my child more than I do the money. So I feel as though these parents that was dealing with him and everything had them, if I understand he was a 13, 14-year-old and whatever. I think that these parents, they should have known better. They should have been better parents to these kids is what they were. You see what I mean? Like, and I don't care how much, again, like, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? He's all kind of wrong. Like he's wrong for what he did. Without a doubt, he gets no excuse from me whatsoever. However, I'm aiming my aggression. I'm aiming my opinion more so at these parents. You said, I mean, like they're the ones who should go under more scrutiny than anybody, because there's no way that you should have let that happen with your kids. Like, no way. You said, I mean, like, what's wrong with you? Like, I mean, like really. And then the women, right? Then now I'm talking about the women who are the adult women in a situation. Why didn't he had all kind of adults. I guess he had these women, living in his mansion, and they were, the treatment that he was doing to them, like, wasn't feeding them and all kind of craziness he had going on. But here's what I think about that. Why didn't you just leave? Why didn't you leave? You know what I mean? Like, but here's an excuse I make. Oh, I didn't leave because, I have to go deal with the shame of going back to my family and going back to the people. Now, I got to deal with the scrutiny and everything else because I told them I was leaving R. Kelly, and now, I got to go. So what? So what? You know what I mean? Like, here's what I think. Them women, all of them were idiots. I mean, obviously, if you're going to be stupid enough, if you're going to be stupid enough, to let a grown man, harbor you and keep you locked away and not feed you and treat you, like less than a human. If you're going to be that stupid, then you deserved it. Straight up. Like you deserved it. You know what I mean? Because, you're a grown woman. You're a whole grown woman. Like you're not just you're a whole grown woman. You know what I mean? So why are you letting some man tell you what to do when you, wow. I'm going to tell you why though. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. See, they're not giving the full story. I'm talking about the grown women, not the minors. I'm talking about because I covered the minors and the parents. I already talked about them. I'm talking about these grown women. Here's the thing, right? With these grown women, they're not telling the full story. They were living lavish. obviously they was living a lavish life. He was showering them with riches and all kind of stuff, on top of treating them like whores. He would treat them like whores, but at the same time he was whining and dining them as well. You see what I mean? So yeah, lesson be learned here. Don't sell your soul for a chicken roll. Straight up. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of my podcast. Thank you guys for listening, for downloading and scoping me out. I mean, I've been kind of looking at the numbers, checking. I'm like, wow, more people listen to me than I actually thought. So it's greatly appreciated, guys. I mean, wow. I don't know what else to say, man. I mean, you guys are awesome for hearing me out, for listening to me. So yeah. End of the podcast. And just as my intro, it's time for my outro. It's time for the outro. Yeah. Outro time. Follow my social media. Follow my Instagram, VladBrad _world_1. Follow me on YouTube, The World of VladBrad, and scope me out right here on KBLP LLC. And with that said, I am gone.